Welcome back to the We Are City channel for our reboot series, still in Season 1 as we play out the FIFA 2025 World Cup. You can see in the last episode, of course, it was the return of İlkay Gündoğan. Manchester City's treble-winning captain is back and in the squad and ready for Season 2 and already playing in the team for the FIFA Club World Cup, which takes place during July. But with the addition of Gündoğan returning to the side, returning to that midfield, there is links of players moving away. Starting off with Mateo Kovacic. He's linked with a move to West Ham United. The London side are very interested in signing Mateo Kovacic, who will now look possibly to leave Manchester City in search of more game time. He played back up to Bruno Guimaraes last season. I'm looking to maybe include Maximo Piron in our first team this season, and that would mean with Gündoğan as well added to that midfield, the chances and the opportunities for Mateo Kovacic would decrease. Now, I'd like to make some money on a move for Mateo Kovacic away from the club. Hopefully, that is a possibility. He did come into Manchester City for around 25 million. If we could sign for 30 million despite his age, that would be a really good move. He's a good player, but he's not İlkay Gündoğan at the end of it, and that is the big thing. And Bruno Guimaraes, a much better player as well. So yeah, Mateo Kovacic, one to keep an eye on his future at Manchester City over the summer transfer window. We're nearly into the next stages here of the FIFA Club World Cup. After 2 games in our group, we are top. We're on goal difference. A draw and a win. No goals conceded quite yet. Seattle Sounders are in second place, level on points behind us by 1 goal and goal difference. And they are the final side we face in the group stage. Decide who goes through top, and it hopefully means an easier draw when going to the next round. So here in the US for our final game of the FIFA Club World Cup stage, in the group stage situation that is anyway, we are looking and we expect to qualify to get to the next round and then face off in the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and hopefully get to the final and be the champions of the world once again, Manchester City. Out we come against a side from the US in Seattle Sounders, who are a pretty good side, level on points with us in the group stage. However, they couldn't beat a side we beat by 3-0, but they did beat a side we drew 0-0 with. Underway here in the United States, Seattle Sounders versus Manchester City in the FIFA Club World Cup. I expect a tough game today. The last one we just couldn't score, couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. We're playing against a side here today that are top of the group with us, behind just on 1 goal difference. We yet to concede a goal. It's a good tackle by Gündoğan. Rico Lewis, Gündoğan, back to Rico anyway. Foden. Late one behind on Phil Foden by Pedro de la Vega. It's only a yellow card for de la Vega, but it could easily have been more, I think. The way he's come from behind, he's slid in. I mean, come on, referee. Studs Phil Foden there. Okay, Gündoğan over this one. Gündoğan in. It's a great ball in behind here, but no one came towards it. A little bit too wide. Haaland back out towards Rico Lewis. Rico. Gündoğan. Kovacic. Grealish. Grealish in. Gündoğan arriving! Gündoğan scores again, 1-0 City. His ability to be in the right place, İlkay Gündoğan, is second to none. And I'm so excited to have him back in the side. Look, just the movement's so good. He's part of it into Kovacic, but he continues his run, Gündoğan. What a ball in by Grealish and İlkay Gündoğan with the header. Just that movement from Gündoğan is spectacular. 1-0 City against Seattle here. And I think we're going to sail through to the knockout stages of the FIFA Club World Cup. Haaland. Oh, tackle there. Poor footwork from Erling Haaland to give it away in that position. And De La Vega in behind and Rui Diaz. And we're in trouble here. Ruben Diaz across to him. He's past Diaz. Diaz can't make the challenge. Chance here, Edison, what a save. Good save from Eddie. Big save from Eddie here. That should be our first goal conceded in the competition. Rico Lewis. Through to Foden, good touches. Phil Foden! Oh! Didn't get his left foot wrapped round it. Ended up going the right, and a good save by the keeper. He's steamrolling it back here, Akanji. What a ball in behind Rico Lewis here. Trouble for City. Rico recovers. Can't do shot here, and into the hands of Edison for half-time. City lead by 1-0 against Sounders, but the side are very good and they've had their chances today, as have City. What have to do defensively against Bob here. Oscar Bob, brilliant. Bob into Haaland. Back to Kovacic. Back over to Oscar Bob! What a goal that would have been. Good play. Rusnak. Oh, good chance here for Seattle. The game is like lagging like hell. I don't know why it does that sometimes. The lag there is unbelievable. And once the lag starts, all your players are stuttering. There's nothing you can do. And we do concede our first goal of the competition, which is assisted by EA Sports with the lag. Or PS5, whichever one. Back out to Rico Lewis. City trying to create a combination on this far side. Gundogan gives it away. Wins it back. Gundogan, brilliant. Oscar Bob in. Haaland takes it. Haaland hits it into the side netting by Erling Haaland. Kovacic in there. 1-2. He's brilliant. Turns Diaz. Spins Diaz. Brilliant! Goal for Seattle, who could finish top of the group. Great play. Catches out. Ruben Diaz with the goal. Ruben Diaz, too weak. Spins in behind him and scores. And City are behind by 2-1. Savinho out to Foden, what a ball. Out to Grealish, it is Grealish. Gundogan, the ball from Jack. Ruben Diaz. Oh, Diaz! Now again, Rico. He's not had the defensive stalwart performance he had in the previous two. Rusnak. De La Vega makes it 3-1. It's going to be a defeat in FIFA Club World Cup for Manchester City. A 3-1 defeat. Bernardo. Back to Savinho. Cross in. Tony is there away by the opposition. And by De La Vega. Trouble again for City on the counter here. Big trouble for City on the counter. Rusnak. Rico slides in. Ball out wide here. Vardiel across. What a strange performance by Manchester City today. Ball through, read by Akanji into Ivan Toney. Savinho, and that is full time. Seattle 3. Manchester City 1. Beaten by an American side, which might knock us out of this competition already. Well, two youngsters now involved in the transfer news. Starting off with Roberto, who joined City in January, stayed at River Plate till the end of the season. The young Argentinian forward who's got high hopes to be a striker, a future player at Manchester City. Probably take on from Ivan Toney in that backup role to Erling Haaland. Play the Alvarez role in the future of the club. He's not quite ready yet after being only 17 years of age. City have agreed a loan deal with a La Liga club. And that La Liga club happens to be a pretty decent one. It's mid-table Valencia. So Augustin Roberto, no games for City so far, goes straight to Valencia on a 12-month loan. And another youngster in the transfer news is Manchester City's Joel Ndala. He's going to leave the club this summer, but not permanently. We're not set on letting him leave the club permanently despite only 1 year left in his contract. We want him to go out on loan, hopefully impress, and hopefully City then can time to down to a new deal. Maybe we can agree to sell him for a profit, you know, from our youth system. If he doesn't want to play at Manchester City, if he doesn't think his chances are there. Of course, City have got Doku and Jack Grealish on that left-hand side, which makes it difficult for Ndala to break into the first team. But we are looking to loan him out this year, and I'm hoping to find a good loan move for him where he can develop and find his best qualities, show his potential, and maybe catch the eye of City manager Pep Guardiola. Well, we do go through the group second only on goal difference. Seattle finished top on 7. We finished second on 4 points, same as Ian, and we go through on goal difference. Lucky Manchester City there. Well, despite finishing second in the group, we actually get a bit of a better draw. To be honest with you, we draw Dynamo Kiev in the round of 16. The side that finished second in Sounders, they have drawn Inter, so that's actually better for us. Malmo play River Plate, Bayern play Benfica, Real Madrid versus PSG, WS Wanderers against El Ittihad, Dortmund against Athens, and Al Hilal against Al Nassr. Rodri, Rico, Haaland, Foden. Nice movement by City straight away to start this one. Back out to Bernardo Silva. Back in behind to Phil Foden. Good play by Foden. Foden into the box here. Ilkay Gundogan waiting. And away by Kiev. Manchester City push him. Also with the ball in. Rodri's in there away again. Ilkay Gundogan on the edge of the box waiting. City keep it. City have been very dominant in possession here today. I've liked it. Rico Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Foden just behind Phil Foden by Bernardo. First chance for Kiev to get out actually. Well, step overs from the fullback. Foot in by Joshko Vardiel. City can counter with Ilkay Gundogan. Into Phil Foden. Foden through to Erling Haaland. Trouble for Dynamo Kiev here. Haaland. Gundogan! And tipped over the bar. He just got underneath it. Ilkay Gundogan. Lewis and Rodri in there. And again, we win it back. Really good in midfield. Really good by Rodri and Rico Lewis in midfield. Everyone working really hard. Great football from City. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Nowhere to go for Bernardo. Back into Foden. Onto Rico Lewis. Pulls it back here, Rico. Blocked, kept in. Bernardo. Foden. Rodri. Jeremy Doku. Doku's got the feet to get around these little small spaces, Doku, but he's tackled in the end. Down this byline they come, Kiev. Yet to have a shot on target. Have a shot on goal, Kiev today. everything has been in the Kiev half. And that is half-time, 0-0. We just can't find the ball to get to the back of the net, really. Foden through again and again. It's cut out. Can't find the ball through that gap. Diaz dives in, takes the man out there. It's going to be a yellow card for Ruben Diaz, I'm sure. He takes the man out. Red card for Ruben Diaz, what for? How is that a red card for Ruben Diaz? I don't know. Bernardo. Back in behind to Erling Haaland here. Trouble for the opposition, Haaland. Foden. Foden. Rodri. Rodri for Manchester City. It's saved by the keeper. Give it away. Gonna win this, Manu. He does win it, Akanji. Well played. He gives it straight back to them. But he had to win that one. Counter on again here for Kiev. Spacing behind us. Lots of spacing behind us here. Big switch of play. Vardiel's got 2 to deal with. Ball through. Chance for Dynamo Kiev. And it's put wide. That's the best chance of the game. Foden wide to Bernardo. Bernardo in. Gundogan. Haaland is pulled back to. Saved and palmed away. On 10 men. We've still dominated this game. Into the middle they go. Past the Kanji. Chance here for Kiev. On the line. And they score in the 80th minute. Well, we've dominated, but we're behind again. And Kiev scores. Bernardo Silva's not winning the header. Free header into the back of Edison's net. We've got desperately to score now. Foden. Great spin by Foden. Through to Haaland, who's dispossessed. Good take. Foden wins it back. Bernardo. Through to Haaland again. Another bad pass. Through to Haaland again. This time, Erling Haaland. This time, 1-1 right at the end of the game. Won it, lost it, won it, lost it, won it, lost it. Haaland's lost his arms. 1-1. Right at the end of this one. Good win by Bernardo. Through to Erling Haaland. And a great finish. Slams it in. Slams it in for 1-1. That was the last kick of the game. Last kick of the half, which means extra time here in the FIFA Club World Cup. An Haaland late goal gets us level, but the side is in worrying form at the moment. Good tackle by Foden here. Brilliant by Phil Foden. Fantastic by Phil Foden. Foden. Foden. Haaland in the volley. Good save by the keeper. Hit it with his right foot, wide not the left. Savinho can't pick it up. Referee lets him play on Edison with another save. Behind for another corner. Well, 1 odd minute we've played 2, referee. 1 odd minute we've played 2 now. Ball in. Away by Ake. Finally blows the half-time whistle extra time, but Kiev look like they started scoring, really. Past the Kanji. Past Rodri. Chance on top of the goalkeeper. What a save by Edison. What a brilliant save from Edison there, who keeps in this. You have to swing it in. Vardiel away. Bernardo Silva's not with the pace, but Bernardo's beat him here. Bernardo's off. Bernardo holds it well here. Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. Can we hit them late in the counter here this half? Bernardo. Bernardo. Haaland. Haaland for Manchester City off the bar. What a chance that Haaland wastes. What a chance that Haaland wastes. Vardiel can't win it. They put it out for a throw-in. Good play from Bernardo Silva. Haaland misses it. Wastes it. Savinho. Oh, beautiful by Savinho. Fantastic by Savinho. Savinho. Back to Haaland. 2 on Manchester City. Heartbreaking for Kiev. The 10 men of Manchester City who've dominated this game. Score late on. Erling Haaland with the finish. Brilliant from Savinho. Unbelievable skill on this left-hand side. He flicks it over the defender's head and then he's through. And he squares it. Squares it really well. Back to Haaland. Haaland scores. Manchester City in front 2-1. And he's got the captain's armband on Haaland now after Diaz came off. I don't know why. Gundogan. Haaland. Foden. Flip one in. Gundogan is arriving. Oh, what a block. Behind for a corner. What a block that is. Gundogan should have scored. Bernardo in. Out to Akanji. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. In there. Haaland's there, away by Kiev. Full-time whistle goes. We're through to the quarter-finals. But we certainly made it difficult for ourselves. A 2-1 win over Dynamo Kiev, who performed very, very well. And credit to them. Manchester City come out on top, but it certainly wasn't easy. It certainly wasn't easy at all. And I'm a little bit worried about us at the moment. Well, this is absolutely massive breaking news coming out at the end of today's episode around a player who's been at Manchester City a very long time. Kyle Walker, he leaves Manchester City at the end of his contract. So his contract has expired. We're into July now. City have not offered Kyle Walker an extension. That was expected at his age. Despite good performances towards the end of the season, despite playing in some big games, the Champions League final and so on. I think he played the Champions League final, didn't he? Kyle Walker is to leave Manchester City, has left Manchester City at the end of his contract. Big miss maybe for the club. He brings a lot, doesn't he, in pace at the back. He's offered a lot to the club over the years, but there is rumours of a squad rebuild, a reboot of this team under Pep Guardiola this season, as Pep Guardiola looks to try and revamp the team to something special, and we may see more big name departures. And the first one of the summer really with Stefan Ortega going, he was the first big one, you'd say, but this is a massive one. A player that's been Manchester City player for a very long time. He's been club captain at his time at Manchester City, Kyle Walker, and all we can say is thank you to Kyle Walker for all the qualities that he had, everything he brought to Manchester City, all his performances. City wouldn't have won what they've won over so many years without Kyle Walker. We don't know where his next move is. He hasn't confirmed where his next move is. He now can negotiate with clubs as he is a free agent. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. I'm expecting maybe a free transfer back to maybe his bio club like Sheffield United. That would be interesting to see. Maybe he joins the Premier League side. Maybe he moves to Saudi Arabia, where he's been heavily linked with as well. But all we can say is thank you for your service at Manchester City, Kyle Walker, and good luck in the next steps of your career. You will always be part of the Manchester City family. And that ends today's episode. Into the quarterfinals of the FIFA Club World Cup. Walker gone, Ortega gone, a couple of players leaving out on loan, Kovacic being linked away, Gundogan back. Going into Season 2, lots of transfer business could be happening. A big squad rebuild is on the horizon. And we'll see you guys next time.